Hi everybody, welcome to this tutorial. Today I would like to show you how to use StepBud alongside RhythmBud. So we are in AUM first of all. Let's click on the plus sign and let's create two Midi channel and also an audio channel. On the first audio channel we select as a audio unit extension D1, digital D1. And we do the same also for the second channel in this way. Okay. On the first MIDI channel, we select as audio unit MIDI process, so RhythmBud. And on the second MIDI channel, we select StepBud as a MIDI processor. Now, on the first audio channel, so we click on the left hand side of the icon where it says D1 and we select RhythmBud at the first instant because we will create others as well later on. So in this way we have RhythmBud driving D1. We do the same on the left side for RhythmBud, and in this case we select StepBud. So in this case we have StepBud driving RhythmBud and then RhythmBud driving D1. So let's click on D1. And let's click on the preset, scroll up on the presets, let's select the bass sound, and then let's select preset number 65. Okay, now let's go inside StepBud, so you should know how to use that. If not, check other videos. Let's click on the minus sign to have only for step. Let's select the scale from major to minor because I like a minor scale. Let's select the gate to 1 so it holds note for the entire duration of the step. Let's set the rate to 101 for the step. Let's go to the note and let's select some notes. So first one C3, second one G3, and then we go to an F3 and then to a flat. Okay, so then let's go inside RhythmBud. So here we have RhythmBud, and this is the first tutorial I've made on I've recorded on how to use it. So starting from the top left, you have an empty bin which will delete your pattern. You have a metronome icon which allows you to quantize. Then you have two rounding arrows icon for undo and redo, and then underneath that you have mode where it says rhythm, arp, strum, etc. When you press in on the mode, then you have an option appearing in the bottom center of the screen, and on the center of the screen you have your pattern. Now if we stick now on the first mode which says rhythm, you can see at the center of the button under add rhythmic you have a number of options. The first one is an icon with a note, so that means you are adding notes. The second one is for pause, which means you are, or rest, which you are adding rest or pause. So let's click on the first note and then let's select on a quarter. When I click on it, you record a quarter of event for the particular rhythm. So let's do 4 of those. Then let's select two AUv3 and then a whole measure, and then again for 1/4. Okay, and so let's click play. So I'll start again. I had to enable the sequencer because it was disabled. Let's pause that. Let's change a little bit the gate from 1 to and to 90%, and let's play that again. Okay, let's stop there. Now let's click on the second instance of D1, and let's select yes, a Pluto plug preset would do. Let's connect that. Actually, let's add first another Midi instance of RhythmBud and another Midi instance of StepBud. Here we go. Now let's connect the second instance of D1 to the second instance of RhythmBud. Then let's connect the second instance of StepBud to the first instance of StepBud. Then let's connect the second instance of RhythmBud to the second instance of StepBud. Let's go in the second instance of StepBud. Let's select the scale to minor. Let's select it to play chords. Let's have only one chord because the key will be driven from the first instance of StepBud. Let's select as a gate probably around 90%, and let's select the rate as 1. Here we go, and then let's ensure that the sequencer is enabled. Then let's go inside the rhythm bud, the second instance, and let's add in rhythm just for measure as rhythm. Let's click on that and select one. Okay, let's play. Okay, now let's apply some arpeggio. So let's select ARP, and then let's select the first part of your rhythm, that whole measure, and under ARP let's select up, then on the second down, the third up, the fourth down. Let's see what it does. So it's playing an arpeggio for those notes, for those rhythm. If you don't like arpeggio, you can stick to strum. So let's select on the second bit strum, and also on the fourth one. And then if you go on the strum and mode strum, then under the strum you can select the strum order, and also the how far the notes are played in the strum. In strumming, so let's do the same on the fourth bit, and let's see how it sounds. Let's stop. One good way to see how this works is to add another MIDI channel and select in that MIDI channel as a MIDI processor atom, and then connect that atom to one of the instance of RhythmBud, in this case the second one. So if you expand the atom, and let's add a couple of measure like that. So if you click on the loop record and now play, as you can see very much where is actually the measure where RhythmBud is playing an arpeggio, and also the measure where it's actually playing a strum, which is quite nice. So let's delete all of this, like so. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's change and show you something else on RhythmBud. Let's go on the second instance of RhythmBud, and in here, where we have the arpeggio on the first and the third bit, let's select as a ratchet 4, and for both of them, in this case it will repeat the notes 4 times. So let's check again under Atom what it looks like. So this is quite good. So you can set those options as well, and you can continue, of course, like this. You can set the velocity for each of different bits. You can transpose, and then when you're happy, you can also add a snapshot, and then you can, for example, modify what you just created now. Like, for example, let's go to the ratchet, and let's remove that, and then back to snapshot and add it again. So if I play now, you can hear the difference as I move from one snapshot to the other, just clicking on it. In this case, I was on snapshot 1, and then I moved to the snapshot number 0. The last thing I haven't talked about is the record mode at the very bottom. This is where you can, of course, record your own rhythm. So, for example, if I delete this and I tap, and based on how long I hold my finger on the screen, you can create your own custom rhythm. I hope you liked the tutorial and you find it useful. See you soon. Bye.